guys, hey lovelies, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are well and that you guys are keeping very safe. So I'm going to try to make this video brief. I'm going to share my experience when it comes to visa. Oh, okay. So I'm going to combine how easy it is to get a tourist visa to go to India, the disadvantages and the advantages and the travel all. So I'm going to tell you guys this. First of all, my visa, I got it in 24 hours and they charged me over $103. Apart from this is straight to the point video. I'm not even going to take you guys corners. So apart from me paying that dummy ticket like for $50, then also paying for the, how do they call it, the agent to apply for me the application online, over 100,000 South Sudanese pounds. And the requirement they needed was a bank statement that have at least, I think, minimum of, I think the minimum is $2,000 or $3,000 for Indian visa, something like that. That's the minimum I can remember. Then they need a valid passport. They need your online application with your photo. They need also, I think, your yellow fever has to be there. They also need a good conduct, yeah, certificate of good conduct. So you have to go to the CID office to go and process those one. They have to take your fingerprint and you have to get those stamps, blah blah blah. So I think those are the only thing that were to give me problem. But again, that time I was still blowing on TikTok. A lot of my country people were getting to know me. They were like, oh. So when I reached the CID office, people were like, you're the girl from TikTok. You're the girl from TikTok. I know you. I know you. Then I just searched something that took people a lot of time. It was done for me like in a short time. I think I was just lucky. Plus, I already knew someone there. So yeah. So I got my certificate. I came, collected my bank statement, submitted in the embassy. So according to the agent, he was like, it was going to come out around 2 because you have to submit them at 9. So I entered the embassy, submitted them, and paid the money. And they're like, you come back tomorrow morning. So the agent was like, it's going to come out around 2 p.m. I'm like, I don't know about that because it was around 10 already. I don't know about that, but yeah, it's like, I'm going to pick it up for you, then I'll bring it. I'm like, okay, fine. So that evening, he did not call me. Then the next day, I had to come back to the embassy, pick my things. My stamp was approved. One mistake that I made is that I got a single entry visa. That means if I exit India, I am not coming back to India. As someone that have not traveled to multiple countries before, I didn't know that I needed a double entry or something because, or multiple entry rather. Because me, I've traveled before, yeah, but I only go like to a country directly, or I can only go via transit, but I'm still going to one country, but I've never moved from a country to another country. So I didn't know the impact it can cause. Secondly, I've not gone far. I've only been traveling within East Africa that I didn't even need a visa. I always get my visa on arrival. I don't even pay money for it. So I didn't know nothing about it. So first mistake, loud and clear, single entry. The first thing I did was when I got my visa was I took the photo I sent to my Indian friend, Explorer El Awad. When I sent it to Explorer Awad, I think also he did not go through it properly to see that it was single entry. So I went to India, did everything that I was doing, and now he was suggesting to me, and also that was part of my plan, that I need to go to Sri Lanka. I also need to go to Nepal because those one I can apply like e-visas, and they're near what, India. Not knowing that once I exit India, that was going to be the end of me. So the first thing I tried when I was still in in South Goa was I tried to apply for Sri Lankan visa because it was nearer to that side. But it was very hard. I wasn't getting it, and I tried downloading application once in one way or another. It was not coming, so I decided, okay, let me just leave it. Then I was to apply for Nepal, and it's like, no, Nepal will be near from New Delhi. So let me first go to New Delhi. Haha. I went to New Delhi. Reaching New Delhi, I stayed, did my videos, everything. Then now I applied for a visa for Nepal. I'm sure you guys, okay, you guys might have not watched because new people come every day. So I applied for the visa and I did not hear anything. But me assuming that since you're going to still get the visa on arrival, it's just a matter of applying and having the application form to confirm that you applied for it. Then when you reach the other side, they're going to stamp your passport because they already have your details in their system. So I applied for it. I made sure I applied for it. Then after it was submitted, then now I did what? I bought my ticket, my plane ticket. After I bought my plane ticket, I continued with doing things in New Delhi, like just up in peace, knowing that my travel date is this. Now, I did not hear anything from the embassy, but I still know that I'm going to get from the other side. Secondly, my storage was acting up. I still have a storage issues up to now. My storage is acting up, so I was in the place of I have to shoot videos, I have to upload them and delete them from my phone to clear for me storage so that I can shoot other videos always. So I cleared my storage and I think I ended up clearing what? The form for the the Nepal application visa here. So that night before I travel, I looked for it, I looked for it, I looked for it, I could not find it. I'm like, what did I? Maybe I used the other phone. I checked my other phone, nothing. Went to the website, nothing. I checked literally everywhere from my document files, nothing. Even screenshot, nothing. WhatsApp, nothing. I was like, yeah, what's happening? Remember, I'm traveling tomorrow. Now pressure started catching me. I looked for it for like 1 hour plus or 2 hours. I ended up telling Anissa, my friend's wife, and now tell the husband. Husband called me. Mary, what happened? I misplaced my visa application. Like, you're not serious. How come? How? Again, so I was so scared that maybe they are going to tell me not to go because, first of all, I bought one-way ticket to Nepal because I was not sure of how long I was going to stay there. Then again, my flight to Uganda was from Mumbai. So it means from Nepal, I'm supposed to travel to Mumbai. That's why I did not buy two-way ticket because two-way ticket could have brought me back to New Delhi. So I was like, okay, if they disturb me, I'm going to show them my return ticket back home. So they will know that from there, I'm going to go to Mumbai, Mumbai to Uganda. Guy. Okay. Now reaching airport, nobody even asked me about Nepal visa. I did check in, they didn't ask me. I'm like, maybe migration will ask me. I reached immigration boo. Nobody asked me. I even went to migration boo. Boarding the plane. I landed. Now reaching, I went to the migration passport and arrival. They asked me for the application. I told them I've lost it. Oh. I was deleting my things. I'm like, here is my passport. You check because you guys should be having my details. They check my detail. They say they don't have it, but I can apply at the airport. Okay, good news. I went and applied just like 2 minutes. I applied, got the form, took the screenshot, went to pay the money. Nepal visa is like $30. It's cheaper than the Indian one. $30. I paid. I was good to go. I went to my hotel. Now I reached there on 20 what 27th, 28th, or even that same day if it's not the next day. Now my friend went through my visa again and noticed that I was on single entry. Mumumi did not know anything. I was always trying to make sure that my visa expiry date should not get me here. I just have to make sure that I did not forget. Calls me like, Maris, there is a big problem. I'm like, what is the problem? It's like, there's a big problem with your visa. I'm like, what is wrong with my visa? It's not expired. It's like, no, you check. I'm like, okay. Me, I was confident. It's like, read the details. I'm like, okay, my name is, the visa number is, I'm going from this, visit reason this, single entries, like, stop there. Single entry. Do you understand anything? I'm like, now. What is single entry? Is it a problem? It's like, that means you cannot go back to India. If you have to go back, you need to get another visa. I'm like, yeah. Okay. Now it is holiday season. I cannot go to the embassy because it's Christmas season. People are on holiday. It was weekend. I had to wait for Monday. That was 30th. A new year is coming, remember? So I went to the embassy. Now, my horror experience. I think this video is going to have a lot of titles. I also had a horror experience at the Indian embassy in Kathmandu. I'm going to say it with my full chest. Because tell me why I went to the embassy. Reaching there, they told me, no, let me first go to the application center. Reaching the application center, when I explained to them that I came to India on a tourist visa, single entry, and my ticket is from there, meaning I need to get another visa to go to India so that I can fly home. And they told me, okay, let me go to the, how do they call it? Is it a complaint or is it a service something? Is part of the embassy, but I think people with issues goes there. If you are someone that knows, you will understand what I'm trying to say. But it's not in the main what embassy, but it's also part of the embassy. I don't know. Is it a service something? I don't know. I went there. I sat down, she was attending to some people. I was seeing from the way she was talking to people, she was not taking her time like to explain. You see, people in embassy or at the airport are the most polite people you'll ever get because they work with people, they know what hospitality is. So they know that they are handling different type of people that have frustrations and good mood and bad mood all. But I was seeing, but it was not as bad. When it reached my own turn, I explained to him like, Madam, I came to India on a tourist visa, but it's single entry and I have to go back there. It's like, why did you come to India first? She's Indian, but she works in Kathmandu. She's Indian. I know she's Indian. She's like, why did you go to India? I'm like, I went there for a business. Like, huh? You have already gone on visit. Why do you want to go back there? I'm like, I want to go back because my ticket back home is from there. Because when I was buying my ticket, I cannot buy one-way ticket. They have to make sure that as a foreigner, I have a ticket going back home. So my ticket is from India, and I didn't know that if I exit the country, it's going to cause me problems. So right now, I need to apply to get a visa to go back to India. Like, you cannot go back to India on a tourist visa again. If you have to get a visa, you're going to get transit visa. And the transit visa, you can only buy it within 72 hours. And 72 hours, you're going to stay at the airport. You cannot step anywhere. Guys, she was not explaining nice to me. Yes, the truth is Irish, but tell me slowly so that I understand. I already have my frustration. Now you're adding my frustration. So you're literally adding to my anger because why are you shouting on me? I'm like, hey. So that means I cannot buy the ticket ahead of the what the visa ahead of time. And it's like even before you get the visa, you have to buy your plane ticket first. So buy your plane ticket from here. And, good. Then from nowhere, it's like I was still trying to ask something like to find out. She's like, shift. I want to talk to another client. Yeah. I'm like, okay. I stood aside. She was not. These are not white people she was talking to. She talked to those people. Finish. After those people were done, another person came. She did not even remember that she told me to step aside before I could come back to talk to that one. After that one finished, I'm like, excuse me, can I now talk to you? I came back. What is it? So I asked for the visa fees, and now I started calculating all those things. I'm like, what if I go to Fly Dubai office and ask them for a change of airport? Even if they charge me extra, as long as I can use their flight, it's going to be okay. I now went to Fly Dubai office. Another horror. Guys, another horror problem. I reached there, I got the woman. Those one were for light, the Nepalese. They were good, and I told them that I have an issue of visa, and now the visa they are giving me a lot of conditions, and I really want to change my flight. I want to maintain the same date, but I want to change the airport. Can I transfer from Mumbai to Kathmandu? They did few phone calls, communication, da 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 da. They ended up saying that no, we cannot change airport. I'm like, okay. What if I cancel my flight and book again here? Are you going to do for me some refund so that I just top up? No. The only refund I can get is over $29 or $30 here. Okay. What about if I am buying a new ticket from a scratch? Ticket is over 600 and something dollars, almost 700 one way. That was again tough. So I'm like, okay, let me go back home. I went back to the hotel. I'm like, Maria, calm down. I first ate food. I now sat down, calculated. So the Indian visa to go on transit was going to cost me over 50 or $41. Then my ticket was going to cost me over 200 and something dollars. Yo, that is over $300. That is just going back. Now, I have to buy the ticket within 72 hours or 48 hours, depending on the days I can be able to spend at the airport in Mumbai, because I cannot go out of airport. So that means I am going to get a hotel. I tried checking hotels online. The cheapest I could get was $25. So counting 3 days, that was going to cost me $75. That is like $100. That is already $400. Oh, that is $400 or 400 plus. Now, before I can even book the flight within that 72 hours to spend at the airport, I have to stay back here in Kathmandu. I have to stay back here in Kathmandu to do what? To wait for that day to travel. That means I'm going to stay like for a week. And that week, considering my hotel, it's going to cost me at least another $100. First of all, I booked a dormitory. I stayed there for 3 days. I was frustrated. It was not nice, noise, snoring, everything. Then again, okay, I'm going to talk about this culture shock differently. Yeah, I'm going to talk about this culture shock differently. So, but people are snoring. It was a mixed dormitory. I've never experienced that in my life, men and women being in the same dormitory when you don't know each other and all that. So, at this point, I'm like, since all these things are happening, I'm upgrading my room. I'm going to go to a private room. My peace matter, because I was so frustrated. Imagine having whole problems, and on top of that, you're not comfortable in where you live. I'm like, no. So I went to the hotel. I told them I'm upgrading my room. I did not care. I know this is a bad financial situation, but trust me, that was the best thing I could do to myself. Because even in that private room, I was in that dormitory, I was not thinking straight. I was not myself. I could not even edit my videos in peace. I cannot do anything. I cannot watch videos. I cannot even go live. I cannot shoot any video inside the room. Everything was just wrong. Even even dressing up is a problem. Showering, there was no hot water. The hot water, the shower was not stable. If you turn on the water, it's going to be extremely cold or it's going to be extremely hot, like literally burn you. And it was winter. So you needed the warm water, but the water is burning you right now. So sometimes you will balance it before you know it becomes very cold. So it becomes very hot. So I'm like, no, I did not come here to die. So calculating the accommodation again. So when I look at the prices, things were all going south. So what I did was I need to get my own room and go straight. And maybe I have my mind. I went to my room, I started doing my calculation. I'm like, it's okay. So all this money that I was going to use, 200 here, the visa, the accommodation here, the accommodation at the airport, this is over 400 and something. What if I buy a new ticket here? What happens? Now the money that I had cash was money that I wanted to use in India to buy gift for my family, because when I was traveling around, I did not buy because I knew I was still traveling. I didn't want to have a lot of luggage. I wanted to buy things last minute so that I just buy a new bag and travel, but I didn't want to be moving with two bags when I was still traveling. Plus, I didn't know how much I needed the money. I was not sure if the money was going to be enough or it was going to be finished and all that. Now, I had to decide that I am going to abandon that ticket in India and buy a new ticket in Kathmandu to come back to Uganda. And that's how I lose my money. That's how I lose my money. Because imagine the stress I was going to put myself through. Assuming that I don't want to book a hotel, it means I'm going to stay at the airport. How can a woman stay for 72 hours? You're not showering, you're not changing, you're not doing anything. It cannot happen. As a woman, maybe a man can manage, but a woman, no. So I had to buy a new ticket, and with the support of my Senegalese friend, I don't know if I'm ready to talk about this story right now. Should I talk about it now or I talk about it later? Because it's connected to so many things. So again, I just want to bring to your attention that my Senegalese friend supported me in this. The ticket cost me over $560 or 50. So he topped up for me the $50. I will tell you guys the story one day how he ended up topping for me or even paying for me. He was almost paying for the entire ticket. So that's a story for another day. And yeah, so I brought my travel closer. I bought a ticket for 7th, and I traveled the whole night, all day, and I reached Uganda. And that's my horror story. I don't know. This video is a combination of getting a visa from from here before I travel, going to India, bad experience. I think it's just a combination of a lot of things. But yeah, so if you are a traveler, please try to plan yourself. I know you will plan, but trust me, reaching there, you will still get challenges. So I advise that you watch videos before you travel. And again, sometimes you have to experience certain things in life before you can correct the whole, before you can do the right thing. Because trust me, even if someone told me this, I might not listen because I was not going to understand clearly. But again, now that I've experienced it here, if I am going to travel multiple countries, I have to try and do that. I am going to buy one-way ticket, or it has to be multiple entry so that when I go to that country, I go here, come back. But it's not even budget friendly because how do we come back to come and travel? You get the cost. But it's hard to buy a ticket from here to a country and you said you are not buying a ticket. Even that's what caused me problem in Rwanda last time when I was going to Rwanda with Ethiopian airline. But anywho, I went through that. But again, God came through for me in so many ways. I did not go broke. I did not die. I did not run mad. And update to my new room that I upgraded, I totally enjoyed it. I totally enjoyed it. I was at peace. Sometimes I could distract myself. I go on TikTok, I go live, talk to the people, and they were gifting me. They were talking to me. I was just jazzing and all those things. So it took away my stress. And trust me, that's why I did not have a lot of Nepalese videos because I was traumatized. From the time I arrived like this, my visa issues or saga started. So I was demoralized. I had a lot of issues. But I tried to shoot because I was just trying to be strong for myself. But trust me, the weather was not friendly at all. It was extremely cold. And me, I just found out that I really don't love cold like that. I love like normal weather or friendly weather, not very cold, not very hot. But when it's extremely cold, when it's so hot, so I don't know how I'm going to live in this life. It's like this life does not work. On my what guy? What am I doing? But anyway, so the weather was so bad and the problems were so many. I ended up not buying things that I wanted to buy for my family in India, and yeah, but I tried to get for them things in Kathmandu. Anyway, that's my story, and I shared it here so that people can learn from it, and also me as an individual, I just need to have this record so that one day I can look back and know. In case my videos do well and I recover all the money that I lose, and I'm like, yeah, this is it. But I'm going to tell you guys about that Senegalese guy that I met with time. Okay, I'll tell you guys with time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and let me know where you're watching from. Bye.